Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets and it takes you a long time to become a good trader. So be smart about the way you're trading. Also, grab a free trial right now to do a brand new Master Trader Lab monthly. We're going to learn every single month. You'll be learning techniques to help you become a much better trader. Click on the first link in the description below right now. Hey traders, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the important things when trying to draw trend lines on when you are drawing trend lines on the charts, because this is such a powerful thing to look at when you're trying to draw when you are drawing trend lines on the charts. How do you know the trend line you're drawing is relevant and it's evident to the market, right? Because why are we drawing trend lines in the markets? We're drawing trend lines, right? Because we're trying to see where are the significant support and resistance levels. And the reason why we're doing that is so because when it gets there, there's a high probability it's likely to find support or resistance again in the future, right? There's a high probability of that. That's the reason why we're drawing that. So it's so important that when you're looking at the market and you're drawing your trend lines, that you look at it as what the market is telling you and not what you want it to tell you. So when you're looking at drawing trend lines, the rule of thumb is that the more touches on that trend line, the better it is, okay? So how I start to draw my trend lines is when I first started doing this, you get better and better and better as time goes on. But as I started doing this, what I started to do is I go from the top, and then I would, and what I do is I try to find one peak. As you can see, right, we have this peak up here, and we have this next peak down through here, don't we? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect. Sometimes I'll use the wicks, sometimes I'll use the candles. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this trend line down. I'm going to use the what? I'm going to use basically the closing prices through there. So as you can see, right, see how it hit resistance there, hit resistance through there, and hit resistance all through there as well too. And then we actually broke, and then that's when the momentum of this down move, right, started to change. Now, if I started to draw this exact same trend line, but I started to put it up through there, as you can see, right, there's really no touch here, is there? There's a little bit of a touch through there, but see how it's not really touching? So therefore, now what I have to do, as this market starts to unfold, what I have to do is I'm going to go now down to the next peak through here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect up to the trend lines all through here. So I'm going to use the closing prices once again, and I'm going to use this wick through here. And as you can see, right, and if I just draw it through there we go, somewhere around through there, right, there we go. You can see how, now I've used the wick on this time, but you've got to basically play around with it. But as you can see, right, this point through there, it definitely rejected it through that point through there. See how we rejected through there, and look at all, now this is a weekly chart, remember, that we're looking at here. Look at all the times it rejected through that level through there, and then we started to head down. Now that doesn't matter what chart you're looking at. This is how you draw trend lines. Now when the market's going down, the most important trend line to me is on the high side, because I want to see whether the market is continuing down or not. When the market is trending up, so if I go for, say, for example, I look at the Nasdaq as an example, and I bring up, say, the longer term chart on the Nasdaq, what I'm doing here, right, is obviously when the market, because this overall trend is going up right now, what am I looking for? I'm just looking for the most touches on this trend line. And that's the reason why I have this trend line here, right? We have a 3 weeks or 4 weeks bouncing here, another bounce there, another bounce there, and we also have another bounce through there as well too. So notice with this, actually, this is a very strong trend line. So when the Nasdaq gets down to here, we can expect some sort of a bounce, some sort of support. So when you're drawing trend lines, what you want to think about is that the more touches on that trend line, the better it's going to be, okay? The more touches on that trend line, the better it's going to be. And the more strong, the more valid that trend line is to your charts. And my recommendation is only have a few trend lines. See how when you look at my charts, I've only got a couple of trend lines here. I've got some circles and a line through here. But when it comes to my support and resistance lines, see how I don't have that many on here? The reason why is because you want to be able to still focus on what the chart is telling you. So let me delete these off the screen. Let me delete this off the screen here. So what I like to do is I like to keep my chart pretty clean, and then that's basically what they're pretty clean through here, and then I like to keep an eye on that. See how it's pretty clean through here, and I don't really have a lot of trend lines and I have support level through there, because the chart's most important part, and I'm really focusing on which trend lines are going to give me the most relevant. Because remember, guys, the reason why we are drawing trend lines in the first place is because we're just trying to find levels where the market is likely to find some significant support. So it's so important for us not to tell us what the market what to do, but just tell it's okay, where is support and resistance in the past, and then go from that and then use that to see where projection tools can be or support or resistance lines are likely to be. As you know, the trading is not an easy thing, right? There's so many areas you need to know in order to become a really, really good trader. You got the foundations, you got the chart reading techniques, you got the trading systems, and also you got the mindset and so much more that goes into becoming what I call a master trader. So I've created a program called the Master Trader Lab Monthly, where every single month I'm going to be releasing brand new trainings and help you understand all of the foundations, the chart reading strategies, the mindset techniques, everything that goes into becoming a really, really good trader. And I'm giving away a free trial right now for the grand opening, and also I'm giving you a kickstart bonus package as well, the foundation to a successful trader, the chart reading techniques and the advanced chart reading techniques, millionaire trader mindset, and a bonus package as well too. This is for the grand opening of the Master Trader Lab Monthly. Click on the very first link in the description below right now to claim your free trial right now.